often, whenever we think about the Bible or biblical heroes, one of the things we do is we romanticize people like Paul and Moses. We talk about their faith and their actions and how far they went. And sometimes we forget that they were human, just like me and you. For instance, did you know that one of the greatest people in the Old Testament, Moses, initially resisted God's call on his life? For instance, God comes to Moses in a burning bush with a great call to go free the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. And Moses, rather than jumping to the God of the universe's call on his life, the first thing Moses does is petition God, say, I don't think I can do this. He tells God, for instance, that he is worried. He's worried that he's just Moses, that no one's going to listen to him, that his words, his presence, his voice won't be powerful enough. And so God tells Moses that he's going to help him, that he's going to assist him with signs and wonders, and even others that will help speak and lead. And yet Moses doubts. A quick example of this is in our Bible, Exodus 4, verses 10 through 12. Moses said to the Lord, "Pardon your servant, Lord. I've never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I'm slow of speech and tongue." The Lord said to him, "Who gave human beings their mouth? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not the Lord? Now go. I will help you speak, and I will teach you what to say." Moses initially resists God. He says, I'm not a good speaker. I don't walk with any power or authority. And God says, but I will walk with you. God empathizes with Moses, understands that Moses is a little bit worried, but God doesn't accept it as an excuse not to go forward. God will be moving forward, and God plans on using Moses. As you know, the story of Moses concludes with Moses leading the people out of slavery and bringing them to the promised land. Moses completes his mission even though he started with such little faith. I think a lot of us can relate to Moses, that human side of Moses, where we're afraid to move forward some days. We hesitate in moving forward because we're worried we don't have it all together. We're worried that our doubts are too strong. As we think about Moses, one of the things that I think about, that even though God promised to be with him, Moses doubted. Moses was unsure. Moses made excuses up instead of initially just jumping in and going forward. Here's the thing. You will never move forward if you're waiting for perfect timing. You'll never move forward if you're waiting for the perfect circumstances or the perfect situation. And here's the other thing. If you are waiting for the perfect situation or the perfect circumstance, is that necessarily where God is? You know, as we open our Bible, we often find God working in imperfect situations. Situations where it's a mess, where chaos has entered the building, and yet God finds somebody like Moses, with a slow tongue, with a trembling voice, to be the leader of his people. God works in imperfect situations. In fact, I'll say God thrives at working in imperfect situations. And as you move forward and the situation isn't perfect, maybe you'll be like Moses. And each day that you move forward with God, you'll begin to trust him a little bit more. As the victories come underneath your belt, as the triumph of God's glory enters your life, it'll be easier to go forward with God. It'll be easier to go forward with God when the situations are cloudy and imperfect, because you know that he's there with you, calling you forward, asking you to join him with confidence and bravery.